Hello again, sir. It's me, Liam. So, sir, I want to apologize kay akong nagamit kay Word file instead of PPT file. I did not read your instructions, sir. Kay nidiretso na ko, sir, because I was so excited to answer this chemistry na problem. Sorry, gyud kaayo, sir. I will not do it again. So, it's just one time, but I know it's not an excuse. So, uh, what do you know? Kidding aside, or putting that aside, mag-proceed na for number one. So for number one, rank the sets of ions in order of decreasing size. Si calcium, si strontium, o si magnesium. So kani sila tulo, belong po sila sa group 2A. Unya, we understand po that the lower we go from the periodic table, diri, pag mo lower ta, mo increase ilang ionic size. So with that information, pwede na nato ma-analyze ang atong choices. So for letter A, si magnesium is greater than calcium. Oh, mali na na. Kaya nga naman, if i-analyze the periodic table, si magnesium ang pinakataas among sa tulo nila. SR o si, asa man to? Basta, si calcium, mali na ni. Automatic mali na ni. Kay gilabel man, pinakadako si magnesium, which is false. Kasi magnesium ang pinakataas diri. Which means, pinakagamay na siya og ionic size. So, ang letter B is magnesium is less than calcium and is less than strontium. Tama ang sequence. Pero, tama ang order pero mali ang sequence. Oh, yes. I got it all wrong. Tama ang order pero mali ang sequence. Dapat si SR mag-una because it says here that it's decreasing size. So, si letter C is strontium is greater than calcium and is greater than magnesium. Tama na ni because si strontium, according to the periodic table, is ang pinakadako og ionic size diri sa ilang tulo. Oh, you notice Mg, Ca ug na SR. So, mao to letter C ang atong answer. While habang si letter D is SR is less than calcium is less than magnesium. Mali na nidaan because they are implying that nga gamay si strontium, which is false. Because as you see here, strontium is ang pinaka dako og ionic size sa ilang tulo. So automatic atong answer would be letter C. So rank the elements in the order of increasing IE1 or first ionization energy: krypton, helium, and argon. Okay, so explanations na to. So let us know muna first unsa ng ionization energy. First ionization energy is ang energy nga nag-require to remove the first electron sa isa ka neutral atom. High IE1 means guys siya tanggalon o grabe kaguot, samantalang si low IE1 is grabe ka loose unya dali ra matanggal. So ang gipakita diri sa choices, krypton, argon ug si helium kay mga noble gases, meaning full ilahang valence shells, very stable nga mga elements. So kaning information, we understand that ang trend ani nga problem is that ang ionization energy mo decrease pag munaog ka. Decrease or increase? Mo decrease lagi pag munaog ka. Okay, nice. Anyways, dili noble gases, group 8A. Okay. So, similar sa problem 1, but if mo increase siya if panaog ka. So with this information, dili na nato ma-analyze fully ang choices, so i-list nato. So, helium, asa man si helium diri? Nasiya sa period 1, which means that si helium is naa sa period 1, okay, which has one valence shell or electron shell. Dayon si krypton ang naa sa period 4. Period 4 diri ang row is period 4, which has 4 electron shells, while si argon ang naa sa period 3, which has 3 electron shells. So with this information, so according to the trend, ang pinakataas og ionization energy pasabot gahi is remove og electron. Si AR kay naay medium ionization energy, samantalang si KR ang pinaka lowest og ionization energy. So sa question, gi-ask ta increasing size order. Okay. So analyze na to. So Kr is less than argon and is less than helium. Tama ni. Because according to the periodic table, si helium daw ang pinakataas og ionization energy diri. So tama na ni. So si Kr is greater than. So automatic mali na because they are implying that Kr is greater than helium and argon, which is wrong. Kay si Kr ang pinakaubos diri sa among sa tulo nila with the lowest ionization energy. So wrong na. So si argon is greater than Kr. Again, they're implying na pinakadako daw si argon, which is false. It only has medium ionization energy. Wrong na. Nga si Ae. Ano sa maning Ae? I don't know what Ae is. So mali na siya. Mali po na si order. Ano? Tamang order. Ay lagi mali og order because Kr He is less than greater than less than lagi Kr. Okay, mao to. Okay, what is the electron configuration for the element oxygen? Okay, medyo tricky na siya. So I need to draw. Okay. So sige. Kalimut ko show og P block. Okay. Sige, nara atong chart dire sige. So we find the electron configuration of oxygen, which is in this number 6 16 man dili di ay. Okay, nani diri sa what do you call it? Sa 2p block. Okay, so with that information, ang order nato is 1s, 2s, 2p. Maura na. 2p ra mo siya block. Okay. So atong first is oxygen man. So automatic 1s squared na siya. Kay 1s and 1s can form 1s squared. And then si 2p is 2s squared. Okay, again, si 2s kay mag-carry na siya og 2 na elements. While habang diri, we just count how many elements is can up to oxygen. Up to oxygen na mo stop. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oxygen. So pila man na? 4. So ang ano niya, ang iyang exponent would be 2p4. So mao na ni ang electron configuration for oxygen. So automatic atong answer is letter B. Okay. Mana na. A child has a body temperature of 38.7 degrees Celsius and normal body temperature is 98.6 Fahrenheit. What is the temperature child? The child's temperature in Kelvin. So basic math. We will follow this formula right here. I won't do it all. We will follow the formula as K is equal to C plus 273.15. So according to this information, si Celsius dapat 38.7 degrees. So let's just put it like that. 0.7 plus 273.15. Then ang result na to would be 311.8 Kelvin. So mao na. Diri po nato i-consider ang law of consecutive law of consecutive figures. So i-consider nato ang number with the least decimal places. Mao na ang result is dapat the same number of decimal places is ang pinakagamay og consecutive figures, which in this case is 38.7 ang pinakagamay og consecutive numbers. So diri ang result, which is 311.8 Kelvin. So itong answer would be ito D. Okay, so for number 6, number 5, number 6 okay. Blank is based off on differences in particle size and is often used to separate a solid from a liquid, which flows through the tiny holes in filter paper as the solid is retained. Basic na. Gihatak na diri tiny holes in a filter paper. So automatic atong answer na is letter C. And we will analyze what is that distillation is mag-separate na siya sa substances based on differences in boiling point, habang si evaporation is mag-remove na siya liquid by turning it into vapor og si chromatography is mag-separate na siya og components based on their movement through a stationary phase. So atong answer diri is letter C. So for number 7, what is the balance equation for this reaction? Okay, natay reaction diri. Wait, di ko kabalo mo annotate good sir sa screen nako. Madugay ko ani og sulat. Okay, anyways, natay reaction daw diri nga H18 plus O2 is equal to CO2 plus H2O. So, first up, ilista sa nato ang mga elements, pila ilang atoms. So, carbon is equal to 8 carbon atoms. Ayun, H is equal to 18 carbon atoms. And then, pag si oxygen na is equal to 2 oxygen atoms. Habang diri sa product is carbon is equal to 1. And then si oxygen is equal to 2. And si hydrogen is equal to 2. Dayon, wala may subscript si si oxygen. So automatic oxygen is equal to 1. So ang total na to for oxygen would be oxygen is equal to 3. Sige. So we notice the difference between ang ang hydrogen sa reactant versus sa hydrogen sa product, which is very imbalanced kaayo. Naa po diri sa carbon pod. Oh, carbon diri sa reactants is 8 while ang carbon diri sa products is 1. Ang oxygen is 2, ang oxygen is 3. So how do we balance that? Simple. Let us erase this first before we can proceed. Okay. Sige. So, akong first gihuna is i-balance na ako diri nga side og carbon. So, my best guess would be i-multiply nako og 8. Okay. Nganong 8 man? Sige, erase ni nako diri. Sorry kay sir. Erase ni nako. Okay, very nice. Okay, brush. So we know that CO2 plus H2. Okay. So, pwede na ako ma-multiply si HCO2 because pwede na ako ma-balance nga carbon is equal to 8. Pwede na. Oh, equal na siya. Oh. Equal na. Kang carbon sa products versus sa carbon sa reactants. Kanya, while this oxygen right here would be oxygen is equal to 8 times 2, which would be equal to 16. So very imbalanced pud siya sa reactant sa oxygen versus sa product, which would be 16. Erase na nato. So kini na atong i-erase. Okay, kanina to erase, which would become HCO2. Okay, yes na. Dayon, I would then proceed to the hydrogen and oxygen in this side. So let's list down 16 oxygen sa. So my best get would be is to multiply hydrogen by 9. Ano man? Ingon ani siya. You just multiply the subscript of the element hydrogen by the coefficient. So ma-result na siya 9 times 2 is equal to 18. Diba? Ma-notice na nimo nga equal na siya sa reactants versus sa products. So, ang pud ani is ang oxygen niya is equal to 9. So, ano na atong ilista. So, atong new product would be like this. 9H2O. Oh, pwede na. Okay na. So, balance na tong equation. C is equal to 8. H is equal to 18. Pero, ang problema, wala pa na balance atong oxygen nga atom diri sa reactants versus sa products. Ang products namin noon ang na-imbalance before. Before, di ba, kay ang imbalance kaysa sa products gyapon kay 3 mo to ilang oxygens before. So atong job here for now is i-balance nato si oxygen nga atom. So saan man nato? Simple. We just so the total oxygen molecules for here is 25. 25 ang total diri. So diri upod dapat I was thinking of 25 over 2 nga oxygen molecules, because if we multiply that by the subscript of the oxygen molecule over here, oxygen molecule again compound, it's not called compound. Okay, so I multiply it by here, 25 over 2 times 2 would give me 25 oxygen atoms. Okay, so with that information, pwede na nako i-erase si oxygen dire, mo result na siya og 25 over 2 oxygen molecules over 2. Okay, very nice. Pero the thing about me is di ko ginahan og fractions. Despite that though, balance na kayong equation nato. So itong equation for now would be 25 na. Kay 25 over 2 times 2 is equal to 25 oxygen atoms. So the thing is, di mo ginahan og fractions. So akong budahaton dili is I multiply the entire entire chemical equation by 2. So ingon ani nako siya. Multiply na ko siya entirety by 2. Ano de? Multiply. So let's multiply it. 2C8. 2 carbon 8 H18 plus from the coefficients itself, i-cancel out na nato si 2, mahimo na siya 25 oxygen atoms. Dayon, the product itself is i-multiply nato would result to me in 16 oxygen as the coefficient plus 18 hydrogen subscript of 2 on oxygen. So, i-check na po nato kung balanced ba gyud ang equation. Simple. Carbon is 2 times 8, which is 16 carbon atoms. Mao na. Hydrogen dayon is equal to 18 times 2, which is equal to 36 hydrogen atoms. Kaya si oxygen is equal to 25 times 2 is equal to 50 oxygen molecules. Wow, grabe kadaghan. Dayon, sa product side dayon is oxygen is equal to 16 times 2 is equal to 16 times 2. Okay, si 16 lagi tama ko, 16 times 2 is equal to 32. Lutang mapuko sa sir, sorry. Hala, kalimot ko carbon atom. Okay, unya si carbon atom dayon is equal to 16. And for hydrogen atoms dayon is 8, H is equal to 18 times 2 is 36. No, lutang na ko times 2 is equal to 36. Dayon si oxygen atom na oxygen is equal to 18 atoms. If i-multiply nato, if i-add nato tanan si oxygen atoms, that would be equal to 50. So equal na siya tanan. 50 oxygen atoms, 36 hydrogen atoms, and 16 carbon atoms. Wow, kompleto na. So what our answer is today? Pwede siya letter A ang answer. Pero it can be also letter B ang answer. Pero I prefer formality, so I would go for letter A. Next question. What is the molecular or formula mass of tetraphorus trisulfide, or where atomic mass of P is equal to 30.97 and S is equal to 32.6? Okay, let's erase everything before we do this. Okay, very nice. So, hello again, hala na ko andi sir, na cut off akong akong video. So akong answer there is letter C because I don't know how to annotate, pero ang chemical formula for tetrafluorous trisulfide is P4, P sub 4 and S3. You just divide the subscript of phosphorus and sulfur by the value given, which in this case, si phosphorus is 30.97 and si sulfide is 32.06, which would result in phosphorus resulting in 123.88. Dayon kang sulfur is 96.18. You just add them all to get 220.06 AMU. So mao na ni ang answer na to. So for number 8 is who presented the atomic theory of matter? So si John Dalton, of course. Let's analyze nganong dili si Aristotle. So do si Democritus ang propose a philosophical idea sa atom, si Dalton gud ang nag-credit with the modern atomic theory. Okay. Oh my god. I just realized, good sir, dili mako. Okay, hello again sir. Nanagyo ko'y dashboard sir, na fix na akong problem because apparently maguba siya. So nara akong gisolve di sir, gi-erase na ako. Okay, never mind. Medyo taas ang process ani. So I'll try my best to explain it. So sige. Pitch blende is the most important compound of uranium. Mass analysis of an 84.2 gram sample of pitch blende shows that it contains 71.4 grams of uranium with oxygen, the other only element. How many grams of uranium and of oxygen are in 102 kilograms of pitch blende? Very simple. We use the mass of mag-given ta. So mass of mass of pitch blende is equal to 84.2 kilograms. Grams there. Mass of uranium pod is equal to 71.4 kilograms. Kilograms. Kung kilograms mo akong grams eh. Mass of oxygen is equal to 84.2 grams minus 71.4 grams is equal to 12.8 grams. Mao na ang atong mass ni oxygen. Very good. 12.8 grams. Okay, very good. So with this, we can calculate the fraction of uranium and oxygen in pitch blende. So fraction of uranium is equal to 71.4 grams over 84.2 grams of pitch blende. A fraction din ni oxygen would be equal to 12.8 grams over 84.2 grams. So we can solve this yet. So we need to solve the before this. Solve the fraction. We will convert the 102 kilograms 102 grams. Like kilograms na bro. Okay, we will convert 102 kilograms into grams because of course for formality we need to convert it. So 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams of something. So in this case it would be 102 grams. Okay, so din na to, i-multiply din na to by 0.8 di unya pa din na. So mao ni na atong grams ni your pitch blende ay. Okay, very nice. So let us solve for the mole fraction niya. So i-times lang na to og 102 times 11 times 3 tulo ka 0 mo result na siya og 80 So, mo result na sig 86.496 grams, or in scientific notation would be 8.65 times 10 to the power of 4, while kang oxygen would be times gyapon na to 102,000. Mo result po na siya og 15,504 grams, which would be equal to 1.55.10 to the power of 4 grams. Asa man mo match ana? So letter D ang mo match ana niya. So our answer would be letter D. Okay, very good. These laws or laws states that the total mass of substance does not change during a chemical reaction. Very self-explanatory. It's the law of mass conversion, because the emphasis here is chemical reactions, and it says that the laws of mass conservation, which is proposed by Anton Lavoisier, I don't know how to pronounce it. It asserts that mass is neither created nor destroyed pag naka-chemical reactions yan, like I said. So the law of multiple proportions in this case states that pag duha daw ka element mag-form into one compound, ang mass sa isa ka element that combined nga naay fixed nga mass sa uban are in ratio of whole numbers, while ang law of definite proportions is kay nag-state daw nga ang chemical compound always contains the same element in the same proportions in mass. Okay. Okay. Tama na to. So within these two, ang definition itself is not good. Dili siya mo follow sa kani. So atong answer here is letter C. Okay. Which of the following kani, sir, medyo tricky ni sa akong panan-up. Sige, but I will try best. The scientific method is a process designed to explain and predict phenomena. This is true. Tinood ni. I don't know how to explain it, but it is indeed true. So hypotheses are not tested by controlled experiments, but it can be revised. Oh, mali ni. Dili ni tinuod kay hypotheses are specifically tested gamit ang controlled experiments. So ma-revise ni sila tuod sila based on experimental results. So letter T, statement number 3, observations can be expressed as natural law. Dili sila natural laws, as natural laws are generalized statements based on repeated observations. And number 4 is a model theory can be developed to explain the observed phenomena if and only if a hypothesis is supported with reproducible data. Okay, tama kaayo ni. Because, what do you call this? How to explain this? Ang isa ka model or theory kay ma-develop pag ang hypothesis is ma-support by reproducible data, which is said by statement 3. So, akong closest answer there, despite statement number 3 very being wrong, is letter D. Or basig typo na. I don't know. Rank the elements in the order of decreasing atomic size. So, calcium, magnesium, and strontium. Just like back in Saman. Problem number 1. So, tanang elements gilista diri is belong na po siya sa group 2A. Ang mnemonics na to is BMG ka SR bara. So atomic size kimo increase kung munaog ka sa isa ka grupo. Kay each successive element daw kay naay additional electron shell. I-mention po din ako sa number 2, which is katong period. Ano dito? Number 2. Anyways, so kaning information pwede na to maingon nga si magnesium kay nasa period 3. You can look at that in your periodic table na siya sa period 3 with 3 electron shells, while si calcium is nasa sa period 4 which has 4 electron shells, while si strontium is nasa period 5 which is the largest among them 3. Mura po gyapon sa number 1 is strontium has the highest ionic size gyapon. Okay, with this information pwede na nato maingon decreasing size. Let us take note of that, okay? So, letter A is mali. Increasing size man ang letter A. Increasing. Kay less than man si MG, ang calcium. Okay, so letter B is mali gyapon kay nag-state daw ang pinakadako kay si si magnesium. So mali gyapon. So si strontium is greater than calcium is greater than magnesium. Tama. Kay decrease in order. Less than sign. Greater than sign. Okay. So, letter D dayon kay so one, strontium is less than calcium is less than magnesium. Which is mali. Kay, nag-imply daw kasi magnesium ang pinakadako dili So, mali na. Anyways, ang atong answer there is letter C. Okay. Blank is based on differences in solubility. The mixture is dissolved in the gas or liquid and the components are separated as this solution called the mobile phase flows through a solid or viscous liquid called the stationary phase. Okay. So, ang process nga gi-describe dito is chromatography. Nag-realize siya sa differences on solubility and affinity between a mobile phase, nag-emphasize dito, and flows through a stationary phase, which is a solid or viscous liquid, para ma-separate ang components sa isa ka mixture. Ang ubang choices, so distillation, kay mag-separate siya og substances based on the differences on boiling points. Evaporation is kay mag-remove og liquid by turning it into vapor, or filtration is separation based on particle sizes. So atong answer there is letter E. Okay. What is the ionic compound formed from this pair of elements, magnesium and nitrogen? Okay, I think hindi ko magsulatan ni. Hindi ko musulatan ni. Okay. Okay, ang sa may butang dire, magnesium and nitrogen. Okay, let us list down it. Na ay duha ka charge si magnesium. 2 plus. Habang si what do you call this? Si nitrogen kay nasiyay negative 3 na charge. So ang nila, least common factors nila is 6, because 6 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Self-explanatory. So ibutan na nato sa ilang coefficient dili ibutan na nato sa coefficients nila. So ang coefficients dapat nila is 3 mg6 okay, plus mali di ko. Okay, dapat 2 din ay alam bitaw mali po ko sa sorry guys, sorry. 2 3 ay dapat 3 ni tagal kay mali sir, pasensya kayo. Okay na. So 6 na ang charge ani, plus 6 plus dayon 2 and negative 3. So ang charge na po na is negative 6. So nanatana. So mag-result na siya og mg 3 and 2 kay mag-intersect man ilang ilang subscripts with each other. So since si magnesium kay metal man na siya, unya si nitrogen kay non-metal, ilang bond is man ionic or covalent. So ilang diri ionic ilang bond. So pagsabot sa ionic is that ang ionic magamit na siya Fermi sa affix nga IED. Thus with that pwede na nato ma-conclude nga si letter A ang answer. Okay. Wait, let me erase it just in case nga magsulat ko. Okay. Si has a major component of semiconductor chips. It has 3 natural occurring isotopes, 28 silicon, 29 silicon, and 30 silicon. Determine numbers of protons, electrons, and neutrons in an atom of silicon 30. Si30 dapat na. Okay. So, i-identify sa nato. So, si silicon in the periodic table has a atomic number of 14, which is mass numbered man dapat. So 14. Okay, so remember x z a is atomic mass. Ano? Atomic mass ni. Or I don't know, I might be wrong. Pero basta maoning order. Sige. So with that, the number of di rin na nato ma-identify ang number of protons and neutrons. Wait, pro and number of nu. So unsa man, recap ta, the number of protons is the number of protons is determined by the atomic number itself, element number by the element itself, which is 14, so protein. So protons. So ang number of neutrons was is equal to the number of protons, which is 14. Okay, so last, since ang isotope is silicon 30, which na ay mass number pod nga 30, we can assume pwede na nato pangitaon si number of electron. Wait. Okay. Ay, hala, mali di. Ikaw dapat electron ni. Neutron. Electron. Ay, no. Mali ka kung neutron dapat mo. Okay. Okay na. So, atong mass number diri is 30 minus si atomic number, which is 14, equal na og 16. So atong answer diri is letter C. Atong answer ana. A magnesium ion has a mass number of 34. How many protons does this have? Okay, mass number. Okay, wait, let me erase this first. Mg has a mass number of 24. Niya ang atomic number niya is 12. So the number of protons is equal to 12. Then the number of electrons would also be equal to 12, and then the neutrons would be equal the neutrons would be equal to 24 minus 12, which would be equal to 12. Basic. So letter B atong answer. Okay, 17. Okay, medyo tricky po this here. A golden colored cube is handed to you. The person wants you to buy it for $100, saying that it is real gold. Gold nugget there. You pull out your old geology text and look up in the mineral table and read that its density is 19.3 grams per centimeter squared. Okay, let's take note of that. You measure the cube and find that it's 2 centimeters on each side and weighs 40 grams. Mauna. Okay. What is the density? Okay, so to find the density of the cube, we have to follow the equation of density is equal to mass over volume. Okay, so atong mass there would be equal to 40 grams times so 2 centimeters on each side man, so length times height times width is equal to 2 centimeters cube, which would be equal to 8 centimeters cube. Okay, so na atong volume there 8 centimeters cube. Then yung calculate dayon the density, the final density would be 40 grams over 8 centimeters cube would be equal to 5 grams over centimeters cube. So since it's 5 grams man ang iyang density sa cube, and the required density of gold is 19.3 grams per centimeters cube, so it's not gold, and our answer would be letter D. Okay, very nice. Number 18 nanay answer, which is letter D, but I will still go through it. So ang explanation is identify sa order. So ang order dapat is 4. Identify the mass of each element stated in the problem or the percentage given. Dayon si number 2. Compute for the number of moles from the given mass of each element. Dayon si number 1. Determine the ratio of dividing the number of moles each element by the lowest number. And then C, number 3 dayon. Use the resulting ratio as a subscript in the formula. So it will be letter D. Okay, kani. A saturated solution of a salt is made by dissolving 10 grams of salt, 10 grams of the salt in 200 millimeters of water at 25 degrees Celsius. What is the solubility of the salt at 25 degrees Celsius? Gihatag na sa ato, 10 grams of the salt in 100 millimeters of water. So atong answer there is 10 grams per 100 millimeters, which is letter C. So for number 20, our very end. As I was saying again, sir, so the 3 dots in the Lewis dot diagram for boron indicate that saman, it has 3 valence electrons, of course. Ano man? Nganong dili man sa letter A? It can only form triple covalent bonds. Mali ni because ang electrons ni boron kay available for bonding na siya. Pero dili siya mean nga maka only form triple covalent bonds. Okay. So, mali po ni because ang electronegativity scale ni boron is 2.04, not 3. So completely inaccurate. Can bond with 3 other atoms. Mali po ni because though it can bond with 3 other atoms, it is a consequence of having 3 valence electrons. Dili direct meaning of the dot. So meaning, the answer would be letter B. So, mao to sir. Hello sir, tuod ay pasensya kayo sir if wala ko'y gipakita gid nga mga sir solving because nag-record ko sa screen karon niya. I can't display po the solving sir. I don't know why. Dapat sa ano na lagi. Sa Chrome na ko mo solving sunod sir. So pasensya kayo sir. So I don't care if you sir. If you grade me very low sir, I will learn from my mistakes. And yeah, so next time I will do better sir sa next ratio. Sorry you kayo sir, pasensya you kayo sir. Kay submit po ni nako late. Today is 12:18 po current sir. So I hope for your kind consideration po sir. Thank you kayo. Mawala to sir.